Hello and welcome to Incredible Techniques. My name is Megan and today I'd like to share with you how to make this card. This is a great birthday card or all occasion card. It's great for men, women, and of course all music lovers. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so at this time, and once you've hit subscribe you can hit the bell next to it so you don't miss out on any of my tutorials. So let's head over to the stamp table and let's get started. So for today's card, we're using the Peaceful Place stamp set, and we're going to be using the It's Your Day sentiment. You'll also need the sheet music background stamp, and I've already gone ahead and stamped a piece of Whisper White in black memento, and I'm going to be cutting out the circles. We'll use the Big Shot for that. I also have several of my card pieces already cut out. The foil, the sentiment, Whisper White. This is a silver foil for the matte for the sentiment. I also have my Real Red cardstock and my basic black card base. Also, you're going to need a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm also using the Seaside Textures embossing folder and the Softly Falling Textures folder as well. You'll also need the not stitched framelit, but the musical instruments, which retired in December of last year, but we will be using a piece from that. So if you have this set, you can certainly use that for this card, and if not, you can improvise with whatever you have. So again, I have my basic card pieces cut out already, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the foil and the Real Red pieces that we are going to emboss. So here I have my Big Shot. I've already placed the platform down. I have my embossing folder, placing my cardstock in it in the direction that I want the embossing folder to emboss. I'm going to close that off. I already have the one plate down. I'll go ahead and put the embossing folder there and the clear plate on top of that, and then I will crank it through the Big Shot. Next, I'll take the Softly Falling embossing folder with the silver foil. Same thing, clear plate on the bottom, then the embossing folder with clear plate on top, and run it through the Big Shot. Now I'm going to be cutting out the circles. That's my magnetic platform, which is great for holding the framelits in place since it is magnet. Placing my stamped music sheet here, and I'm going to place the circles. I need 2 sizes cut. I'm going to go ahead and place them and position them. And I'm also going to be cutting out the clef and the circle out of the basic black cardstock at the same time, since I've got plenty of room on this platform. I'm going to crank the Big Shot again. Now finally cutting out the piece that has the Real Red cardstock circle. Again, sandwiching my layers and running it through the Big Shot. Now I'm going to need one more music note that's in a 1-inch punch for this mat. So I'm going to go ahead and just punch out, looking for some that has lots of music notes, and punch out where I want it. Now I can adhere all of these to the mat. Also going to go ahead and adhere the textured Real Red layer to the card base. You see where since it does have some texture, you could use liquid glue, but since I forgot to grab that, I'll just be using the snail adhesive, and I will make sure that I put a little extra snail just to help it securely attach to the card base. Just going to center that onto the front of my card base, placing it evenly in the center. Next, I'm going to go ahead and attach these circles to their respective mats. I'm bringing in the silicone mat. If you do not have this tool, it's a great one to use. None of the adhesive will stick to the mat, so it's a really handy tool to have. now that I have all my music notes adhered, I'm going to bring back my card base. Well, first let's go ahead and talk about putting this foil strip on. Let's adhere that. And again, since it's textured, I'm adding extra adhesive to it to make sure that it sticks really well. I'm going to apply that towards the bottom of my card base and leave a little bit of room showing so that the red shows through. Now I'm just going to kind of place on my card front where I want these different circles to be. Since I need to put the sentiment towards the top, I want to make sure that I'm leaving plenty of room. So I'll also kind of position that on the card front so that I know where this last circle can go. Now that I have the placement figured out, I can remove the sentiment pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and attach dimensionals to the back. These smaller 1-inch circles just need one dimensional on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere one to this one, peel off the back, and place it down. Next, I'm using the larger red circle with the music notes, and this one will require 3 or 4 dimensionals on the back, and then I'll go ahead and peel these off and again place it where I want it on my card front. And then last I will place the bigger, it's the medium size circle. We'll go ahead and attach dimensionals to the back of that. Peel the backs of these off and adhere that on the card front as well. Now I have my clef here. I'm going to again bring in the adhesive, and where you see where it has these holes there, if you don't want the adhesive sticking kind of in between the holes, it won't stick to the mat. The adhesive will not stick as you're doing this. But if you find you don't like seeing that glue kind of peeking through the holes, you can use your fingernails to kind of run through and get that off, or you can use your piercing tool. It's quick and easy to do. You do that and then just simply place the clef where you want it on your card front. I like it right about there. I'm going to be using the It's Your Day. Got my stamp mounted on my clear block. I'm going to ink it up in Memento Black. And then I'm going to pull in my Whisper White banner and stamp it in the center and to the edge, because I'm going to make this banner cut, so I wanted to leave room for that banner cut. Just trimming a little bit off the edge here. If you've never done a banner cut, it's really simple. You just make a small slit towards the center as far up as you want to go, and then once you've made your slit, you'll cut from one corner to the center and then from the other corner to the center. Now you have your banner cut. Next we're going to take the foil mat behind it and kind of look where we want that placed so that we know where to trim our piece, and then we'll banner cut it as well, cutting a slit in the center and then from corner to corner. It might be easier to turn this over to do the next one just because I'm easier to see it better. So there you go. You have your completed banner, and now we can just add our snail to that and attach it to the front of the card base, leaving a little bit of room at the top, but I am adhering it all the way over to the left. And that's all you do. So here you have today's card. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up for the like, and if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do so at this time. I typically post 1 to 2 times a week, and I would love to have you join me again. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below and I will answer them or get back to you. And until next time, have an incredible day. Thanks for watching.